Hello there, and a warm welcome to the Road to Success with the Lady Morale podcast. Today, I have with me an exciting, young, talented creative who shares with me his story of being inspired by Trevor Noah and Bobby, popular Nigerian stand-up comedian. MC Policy is one you cannot miss in the Nigerian community here in the UAE, but he's transcended the Nigerian community using his skills and talent to level up and elevate his brand. Today, he's not only a popular hype man, he's also a thriving wedding MC. MC Policy shares with me his journey from starting out as a shop boy in a mechanic workshop to becoming his own boss, essentially. This story is definitely one you would love to listen and watch. Enjoy. Today, my guest is MC Policy. If you follow him on Instagram, you know he's a funny guy. He MCs weddings, and I'm always very interested in that part of his brand. But today, he gets to share with us his Dubai story.
Yep.
It's good to have you here.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's my pleasure being here today.
What is policy? Like, how did policy come about? MC, I get. But where did policy come from?
Okay, the name Policy. The name Policy came from my university days. So when I was in school, university, it's a long story actually. When I started in university, I started with the name MC Swagalicious because then I was, fashion, you have to be fashion crazy and stuff. So then in my department, they used to call me the Swag Lord. So I was like, okay, since I'm funny, let me make it MC Swagalicious. So, but my friend, Mickey, my roommate, actually, his name is Mickey. So we're like, one day, I'm this kind of person. When you're around me, you always have to be up and doing. You don't have to mess things up. If you eat, you have to wash your plate. You have to flush the toilet, all those kind of things. So like the guy is like, bro, you have too much policies. You understand? Are you a police officer or something? So he said, your name should not be Swagalicious anymore. You should just answer MC Policy. That moment, the name just rang in my head. I'm like, MC Policy. So from that day, that was how it just came about.
Amazing. What year did you come to Dubai?
I came to Dubai the year 2015.
What brought you? What was the catch?
Someone who just graduated from university. And then, Nigeria normally now. And the opportunity came to just travel out and go and start a new life. Look for green pastures. You know how these things are. So, and then I grabbed the opportunity. I came to Dubai at first. It was very, very difficult. Hell of a life difficult. But there was that one thing that kept on pushing me, telling me, keep on doing it, and then be patient, just be focused, and that's how. But the thing, I visit home, come back. So, and I think Dubai actually is all about timing. So at some point, you get to a point, you get to another stage, and you get to that stage, and then you feel like this stage you're no more comfortable. You move to the other stage. So that's it. That's just been it for me.
I hear a lot of people talk about when they first arrived in Dubai, they were told that, listen, in this city, if you're black, there are only some kinds of jobs that you can do. And a lot of people, even people that have like university degrees, I hear that some people believe and then they go to find, just smaller jobs. Yeah. Did you hear anything like that?
Of course, we all heard that stuff. We all knew, like, you have to come here, and then they will tell you, go and make your CV, start looking for security job, waiter, and all that stuff. But me, I've always been this person of a big mind. Even when I started working, I started like a helper.
Helper?
Yeah, of course.
Helper for who?
Yeah, like a mechanic helper.
In Dubai?
Yeah, of course. I don't know anything about mechanic. I actually studied accounting and finance. So, but these things now. They have to tell you, you have to start first. You have to start from somewhere. So, that was it. Yeah. But me, I always had this big mindset. Even when I was working as a helper, my foreman and managers, they saw like there was something different about this guy. the one day the secretary was sick and they told me, can I type and do these things? And then I went there, did it perfectly as a Niger boy that I am. And then the man was like, you are not supposed to be in here. Come inside the office and become the office boy. From the office boy, when the secretary is late, you know these things, you just keep on outdoing yourself. So it got to a point that I found out like this environment is not for me. That was when I started learning how to speak Arabic and Hindi. I actually speak Arabic and Hindi.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's it for survival.
How did those things help you?
The thing is this, where I started working, the people around me, Bangladesh, Pakistanis, Egyptians, these people literally don't know how to speak English. So what do I need to do to make life easy for me? I decided, okay, since they can't communicate with me in the language I understand, I have to start looking for a way to communicate with them in the language they understand so we can be on the same page.
As they say.
So, and then I had to look for a friend who actually has a little bit of English, as an understanding in English, but still like get words from him, and then he passes it back to me. Then I ask him the meaning. When I get any new word, I go ask him, what's the meaning of kidere? He said, kidere is where. What is the meaning of buying? So from there, I began to get it and then put the words together with, as time went on, I started using those words to make sentences. And then from sentences, it turned into conversations. And that was how we got here.
That is exciting. How has that skill, the skill of speaking multiple languages, helped you in your Dubai journey?
It boosted my confidence, because why? I know that I can actually have a conversation with an Arabic man in a situation where there is zero understanding between two people. And yes, we can actually understand what is going on and then settle the issues. And then I can actually talk to an Indian man. So one of those things that have helped me actually, the language, there are places where I meet people and meet opportunities. And then I noticed, okay, this guy is an Indian man. What are the quickest way to enter him? I was like, okay, let me speak his language. Then immediately you grab his attention. And then even if he doesn't want to listen to you, because of a black guy speaking, where are you from? Nigeria? How long have you been here? How did you do that? Then now you see, I've already gotten his attention. And then I can do whatever I want to do and then get whatever I want to get. So first and foremost, it has boosted my confidence, and also it has opened more opportunities for me in the other diverse nationalities where we have here in UAE.
So you started as a help guy in a mechanic shop, ended up being the office boy.
Yeah.
How did you transition to being MC policy?
Okay.
That we know today in Dubai.
Okay. Actually, I started from churches. So I used to go to the church. So this church where it's called Royal Mission. Actually, I love my Royal Mission family. But nowadays, I'm no more. But we are good.
On behalf of your church people.
So, when they call like, if you have testimonies, please come and register so you say your testimonies. But me, I don't have anything to testify you. I just want to use these 5 minutes to make everyone laugh in a very, very matured and professional way. So they give me those 5 minutes, and then I crack everyone up during the church service, like just show my talent. I did it for the first week, did it for the second week, and then I started gaining recognition in the church. And that was it. From there, they said, okay, you come and enter into the youth, this thing. So I started handling the drama. So from that, that was where my first gig came from, actually, the church. Vina, 2016. She was like, I see the way you organize comedy, you make people laugh. I want to do a wedding, but it's on a budget. I don't have that kind of money, but can you please collect? I actually collected 400 dirhams for my first MC. That was it in 2016.
What did you do with that money?
I was working, actually. So the good thing about this thing is, I've told Vina, I'm working, but on Fridays am I off. For me to be able to do this MC for you, you have to fix your wedding on a Friday.
Now you're determining people's wedding dates.
No, but actually I can't leave work on Saturday and all the social. She said, okay, good, we're going to do it. The 400 dirham, actually, I used it to transport myself and my guys. And after that, 400 dirham is actually nothing, but it went a long way. So from there, I actually never had any idea of being an MC. I was only a stand-up comedian. So I had to like go and check things, do things, research, watch videos on YouTube. YouTube has helped my life a lot.
Was there any particular person you were watching?
Yeah, Bovi. I love Bovi. I love his confidence, the way he can go into a hall filled with ministers, filled with excellencies, representative, and then still go there and shine and conquer the audience. And then you see, like that command, I loved him for that. So that was the person I was, Bovi and another person, Trevor Noah. These two people were my main inspiration. I loved Trevor Noah, the ability for him to leave South Africa, go to United States of America, dominate USA, dominate Europe. So these people became my mentors. So I watched those videos, went to the wedding, killed it. Then it's not even up to like 2 months. Someone else from the same church called me, Ada and Nos. I can't even forget their names. Ada and Nosri. We won't wear though. How far now? What's up? And okay, you take 700. Wow. From 400 to 700.
That's a promotion.
Wow. I'm like, damn. So there is money in this thing. I'm almost receiving my salary in less than 4 hours.
And how much was your salary in the office?
So I used to receive then 700.
Now somebody's about to pay you 700.
Yeah, so I used to receive then 700. And inside the 700, they would deduct like 200 or 100.
For visa?
No, yeah, for visa, for accommodation and all this. You can imagine, but it is well. It's a story. So you know these things. So I'm like, bro, but you have to put your wedding on a Friday.
And did they accept?
Of course. So, and then we started doing church retreat. I started organizing church comedies. Then there was this MC then, Laughing Peking. I don't know if you know MC Laughing Peking. Wow. So MC Laughing Peking noticed that there was another MC who was doing weddings, and that was how we connected. And then I started following him around. But then I was just doing it for fun, like following him around. Then I met Papi. We organized like a tea comedy show, and that was when I started 2017. But then I was still working.
How did you transition from work to full-time? What pushed you to make that?
2021, I was having a lot of bookings, and I had to start. Sorry, but it's one. Those are sacrifices. So I had to start paying my own colleagues to stay my shift, because I was like control. I was like OPM. It's called the control manager for taxis. I worked with a taxi company in Sharjah. So then what I do, like, okay, bro, I will pay you 200 to cover 6 hours for me. So within that 6 hours, I'm done with the wedding, and I'm coming back direct from the wedding to come and continue my job. So you see the stress then, but it was something I was enjoying. I was like, I'm stressing myself almost every weekend. Then the visas and everything was still going. That was after COVID. So people were now coming into Nigeria. I was getting like 4 to 3 birthdays and weddings in 1 month.
How much were you commanding at this time?
Should I start saying this? Okay, at those times, like I was actually really getting, but then I've started receiving like about 3K for one wedding, the Rams.
And then sometimes you have more than one wedding a day?
In one day, no, I had to push. I can't do 2 weddings in a day.
Because you're going back to work?
Yeah. So I just had to like compromise 3K, 2.5, like that, depending on the clients you meet and how you negotiate these things. So I was like, bro, I'm getting more than my salary in 1 month. Why not let me focus on this part, because I think I'm really good at it. And then add a little bit of content creation to it, content creating. So then I left work. I had to cancel my visa. Within 18 days, I had to go do my own personal visa, because then there was small clash.
Change.
So immediately, that was where the vehicle or the movement started.
So far in your story, it sounds like it was smooth.
It wasn't smooth. There were times that I wasn't even accepted.
Why?
Just because they haven't seen me before. Because one of the biggest challenges I've had is my stature. Sometimes you tell, are you sure you can do the MC? Are you sure you can? Are you sure you're funny? You know those questions. Can you actually say anything? So until when I now go on stage, prove myself, deliver, that's when the acceptance.
It's okay.
Started coming in. But it was difficult because I know I started then from then I ventured into hyping for clubs. A lot of clubs refused. So I had to go team up with one DJ Fizzy, and then that was when I started working with different clubs. And then the moment so many clubs started seeing the potentials, but rejections was too much.
How did you manage rejection?
Not giving up, of course. You know you want to make money from this thing. You have to put in E for effort. You know you want to make money, and then you know where you're already going to, because the person who is rejecting you don't know your plan. They don't know your focus. They don't know how prepared you are. So you have to always prove a point that, for this person to have been able to reject me, then I have to do this and then be good at it and then let them come back as fans.
When you came here today, you came here with a PA, right? And obviously, the guy who was a helper in a mechanic shop and the person sitting here today, two different people, and there's that journey in the middle. Can you think of one incident, one event, or a person that sort of symbolized when everything changed for you? When did you know that things have changed? I'm not that person, that mechanic boy anymore. I'm now MC Policy.
That was year 2018. 2018. I went back to Nigeria. And then I've already started doing small gigs, shows. I've done a gig with Akpororo then. So when I went back to Nigeria, and then I met with few other comedians, Senator Akpororo, Funny Bone. So I saw the way these people were discussing, the way they have branded themselves, the way. And these people, like, when they come to Dubai, the respect they give to us, they accord to us. I'm like, I'm actually not commanding this respect, because the way they have branded themselves, the way you see these people, the way they even, the things, for example, if they want to come to your show, the kind of demands they are making. So I saw these things, and that was when I opened my eyes. I'm like, bro, I have to stop working. I have to really venture. There is so much in this entertainment business. It's like the newest crude oil.
So how did you change your brand? And I like that you're talking about branding, because I love talking about branding.
First, I have to change the way I dress. Then the places that I go to. I knew that, okay, most people don't understand this thing. If you want to change your brand, you have to change your environment, your thinking, your personality, the things you do, the people you move with. And then you have to look for the type of people you want to be with. So these things, like this, for example, now you're drinking a tea for 2 dirhams here, and then you go to another place, that same tea will be sold for like 8 dirhams. It's not that the 2 dirhams tea or the 8 dirhams tea, they are two different people, but it's because of where it's been sold. So I had to place more value on myself. I have to change the way I negotiate. I have to change the way I think. Then I ventured straight into social media to sell my stuff. I started making videos whenever I go to these occasions, no matter how little it is, whether I'm being paid or not. I have to like hype my own job. I have to market my own self. I have to blow my own trumpet. So that was where the branding actually kicked in. And I started watching other people also, the way they do their own things. I pick from here, pick from there, put it together. I'm always thinking, I'm always masterminding, trying to see the next thing. I know that this wedding, we've done this before, we've done that before, but I want to go to this wedding and try new stuff and make it different. so that the story this person is going to be telling this person is going to be different from the story this other person is saying. So that's just it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And we see you doing a lot of weddings. I think even recently you had 2 weddings in a day.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is this guy's
2 weddings in a
secret?
day, yeah.
How do you do it?
So it's more on first and foremost, I think a lot of people have seen my performance. They have seen my command. They have seen the way I handle these things. They have seen the maturity and the professionalism that I put into this. So when someone refers you and then they tell you, MC Policy. So the wedding, these 2 weddings, let me even tell you the story. The second one I did for that same day, I've been booked since last year. For that wedding, I've been paid and everything.
Was it on a Friday too?
No, it was on a Saturday. So, but still, it still bows down to the negotiation. And so now the first one, I had to tell the couple, bro, if you want me to be your MC, you have to do me one favor. You have to push your wedding to early in the morning from like 10, 11. You see those things now? From 10, 11 till like 4:30, 5. Then I can handle.
Because you have another wedding.
So I told you I have 2 weddings, but you are insisting on me being your MC. But there are conditions. So he said, okay, we can do that because I want you to do it and I want you to be there. I said, okay, we're going to push it from 11 till 4:30. I'm saying, wow, nice one, I can handle it. So fortunately, both venues were like 15 minutes apart.
Wait, and just walk.
No, not walk. You can drive in. So I did the first one, and then before the time was even almost done, like I've already rounded up everything because it still bows down to the MC, how you handle your timing and everything, the delivery and all those stuff. So I had to make sure I finished 3:34 and then left immediately to the second place and then did my own thing also.
It's amazing. Mm-hmm. Do you ever struggle with people you used to know? So when
like
you talked about branding, you talked about changing your environment.
Yeah.
And then we're talking about your journey, right? You started from somewhere. You started living in company accommodation.
Yes, of course.
And now you are here. You are the person who people call for weddings at some of the luxurious hotels in Dubai. You're commanding the fee. You are telling them what time to have their wedding. You are here seated, talking about your success story. But
it's still the beginning. I'm still beginning. It's still not, I'm not yet
moved,
there.
Right?
Yeah, of course.
And you're here talking about your success journey. But there are people who you have known since you came to Dubai.
Of course, sure.
Do you ever struggle with relationship? Are people saying, oh, you think you're better than us, you've moved on? How do you handle people's relationship? Have you ever had that?
Of course, a lot of times now, a lot. So, but the thing is this, it bows down to the personality. For me, I always know how to handle every situation that I face. I have friends who I've not seen for 1 year, but we live in the same area. You understand? Like, I can just literally walk from here to there. So whenever we see, I try as much as possible to kick the vibe. And most times I let them know, I'm a busy person. I won't lie to you. From Mondays to Sundays, even when I'm with them, they know the kind of calls and messages. So I tell them, I'm a busy person. We are here to hustle. Whenever we see, we see. It doesn't mean that we're not seeing. Means that we're not vibing. So I try as much as possible to balance everything. I don't neglect anyone, regardless that I've left because of I know that this person would not push me beyond this level. True, that's the painful aspect. Most times you see, I'm a friend to this person, I'm a friend to this person, but you see that friendship is not actually yielding anything. I don't know. Some people like you might feel guilty, but when it's time to elevate, you have to drop certain things.
You have to just close your eyes and do it.
You have to do it. If you don't do it, you remain in the same place.
So meaning that if there are 9 foolish people in the room and you're there,
you are the 10th foolish person. Yeah.
So what do you think are some of the biggest misconceptions, mindset issues that people have in elevating? Like, as you said, you still vibe with a lot of people, but you are in a different place.
Okay.
And you see them. And some of them are probably saying, listen, this Dubai is not it. You can't succeed here. This place, they don't like us. When you hear things like that, what do you think? And what are some of the biggest mistakes you think many of these people are making?
First and foremost, fear. People are afraid to leave their comfort zone. 2 is I said fear, right? 2, some ability to take risks sometimes. You know that this thing now, I want to venture into this stuff. Because of the environment we are, and it's difficult. If you don't venture into that stuff, that risk, you might end up regretting. It's either you win or you learn. I don't say fail. You understand? So that's one of the driving forces. I know that, okay, for example, now, Nigerians have not been coming into the UAE. So I noticed that, okay, since Nigerians are not coming into UAE, Nigerians are not the only one who are staying in UAE. We have Kenyans, we have Ugandans, we have even Omanis, we have Indians. So why will you be crying when people are literally the money we were looking for? People, I see people as money. Not so like money.
How much am I like this?
Lad, you like this. If you don't know where you are, you're a superstar.
How much are you seeing?
I'm seeing like $46 billion.
Wow. Hey, can I cash it?
Don't worry. It's in the bank. It's brewing. They are still printing it.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, Nigerians are not coming in right now. Why not try as much as possible to go into the Kenyan community and see if you can get a little bit of acceptance. How am I saying going into the Kenyan community? It's not that you just go and start looking for anywhere Kenyans are gathered. You look for the important people that are doing things that are also the kind of things that you're doing that are from this nationality. And then you try as much as possible to network, connect. We have social media, Instagram. Whenever, like, for example, if I DM you and you go through my page, you see the kind of seriousness and the kind of input I'm putting. You want to work with me. You want to do something with me. So I'm like, okay, since there are no more Nigerians, let me just try as much as possible, link up with the Indian communities, link up with the Nigerians that are still here, who are still doing stuff, and then let us see what we can do together and then see how we can make it to the next level. So you do it once and it doesn't look right. You do it the second time, it doesn't look right. The third time, fourth time, you begin to see some little... Most times, it's like people, they do something the first time, do it the second time. It's not making sense. Wow, this country, I beg. But when you know the passion and the zeal, if you see 3 people, for example, I've been to clubs, like events, gigs, that I'm supposed to like MC and then get like more than 200 to 300 people, and then we'll see only 10 people. It doesn't make me feel bad or like good. I still bring in my best. Those 10 people must go and tell the remaining 10 people they know that, damn, this place, when we came here, man, it was fire. There was this DJ, there was this MC. So that's just it. Do your best out there when you're given the opportunity.
Speaking of DJs, you unfortunately lost a very dear friend.
That was my partner, my best friend.
How did you guys meet?
Wedding.
Again?
Yeah. So myself and Babu, we met 2018, I think. 2019. Was it 2019 or 18? I think it was 2018. I did a wedding. I emceed the wedding at the address downtown. That's Burj Khalifa. And then we are booked with from different... one event planner booked both of us differently. So we met, and it was Kenyan. And then the moment we met, it was like, bro, these guys are Nigerians. They are from your side. Please get me some nice music that I'm going to play so we can. And trust me, I always have to come up. And immediately I was like, do they have internet? Yeah, okay, download this. And I gave him all the playlists I know that he's going to do well with. At the end of the day, it was like, bro, thanks, man. And we exchanged contact. And the same event planner booked us again, like 2 months after. We did another wedding again. And then we did the 3rd one. But then we have not started working as a team. So I had this DJ I was working with before that I teamed up with. But we were having issues. So he saw me at a club one night, DJ Babu, in Financial Center. I don't want to give free publicity. So he saw me at a club. And then he saw me hype man, being like a hype man. That was when I ventured. You know me, I'm a content creator, I'm an MC, a stand-up comedian, I'm also a hype man. So anything that has to do with entertainment that will bring the, Kaluba, we are there. So he saw me being a hype man, was like, bro, MC Policy, you can hype like that. I'm like, bro, I'm jack of all trade, anything. I'm like, bro, I love the way you are controlling the crowd. You know, at some point, the music goes up and then and then you bring the whole the song down and everyone is singing in chorus. Like, bro, how are you controlling this crowd? Bro, you're magical. We need to work. Then he brought in one artist. And then early 2020, late 2021, we started going to clubs together, working in clubs together. And then at some point I told him, bro, let's team up and do something great. That was when we started having issues with 2022. Late 2022, September, then we started having different clubs where we were working and having nights, different, almost every, because I told you, I wasn't succeeding with the Nigerian issue. I had to move into another. Then I started working with the Kenyan community. And we started having gigs, bringing artists from Kenya, up till this last one where he died. So that's it, yeah. I miss him. It was like this most sincere, most trusted. He calls me every day, like when we're done with the gig, he'd be like, what was the lapses we got? And then I would tell him my own, bro, the sound was not good, this was not. That was how good we were. Like we criticize each other and try as much as possible to get the best. We were more like friends. We were it's happened. Even the night he died, we were together like 2 hours later. Then that was when I heard everything. But it's well. May so
when
rest
you
in peace.
got the call,
do you know the plans we had? We had plans of taking over not just UAE, but also East African country. So there was this plan we've brewed. I'm not going to say it out now. We've already planned it out. Like, we are bringing in different artists from Kenya to perform here in Dubai. So we're having this, like, December, we'll go back to Kenya and then do like a carnival, a concert where we'll bring in all the artists we've brought in for 2023 and then do like a huge carnival where we're going to sell out like 3,000, 2,000 capacity. Because each of these artists have their own fans. Imagine them saying they're going to be performing. So it's more like free publicity for us. So, but in the end, God knows best, and it happened.
The way you talk about him, it's almost as if he's one of the people that has really helped you.
When I say the next level, his influence in my life actually made me to see the potentials that I have. You know, when you're doing something alone and there are people around you who don't talk to you and let you see the things that are in you. You know, when this guy sits me and he tells me, bro, you don't understand, or you can handle like 10,000 Coca-Cola Arena capacity with the force and the energy you have, bro. See, people are getting crazy and getting mad when you're doing this thing. Bro, you can even do more. So when he tells me this thing, I keep on seeing myself like, he calls me superstar MC Policy. Because when we go in, we come out with magic and then the vibe, people don't want to go home. So he kept on making me see the value, the strength, and my weakness.
And what did losing him do to you? Did it shake you up?
Broke me down. I've not been able to walk normally. If not that I've been having this, I've had late bookings for this timings. Maybe I might not even stand to be doing what I love now, but I have to move on and I have to keep the dream going because we had a dream. So since he's no more here, I have to accomplish it for both of us.
What is success to you?
Success. Success to me is brewing the next generation of MC Policies. Like, I don't want to be like the person who I would have this whole stuff in my head and then I'm not able to pass it to the next generation or like the next people. I want to get to a point where I would have like a team or like an academy training people who want to be MCs and comedians or who want to go into acting. So it's going to be different. So That's when I get to that level, I'll know that at least. And also I want to perform at O2 Arena.
All right, now, so let's dramatize. Tonight, O2 Arena, featuring MC Policy. How do you get on that stage? Like, you are there right now, so show us. Practice now. Show us.
I want to see. Let me tell you something.
You're supposed to show us. You're not supposed to tell us.
Oh, God.
Show us.
See, the
Action.
thing is this.
Action.
Okay, so what am I going to do?
Ladies and gentlemen, the MC for the night, introducing MC Policy.
Yes. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to O2 Arena right now. Tonight we're going to be having timeless talk with OBO Davido. So yeah, if you love OBO, make some noise. Okay, right about now, DJ so sick. I want you to give me that tune. Give me that tune you gave me in Port Harcourt last 2 weeks. I want to hear that vibe right now. Let's go. If I tell you, say 1, 2, 3, 4, say my money now your own, baby. 30 million for the account, yo. So it's just a vibe, like. But one thing I love most doing, I don't know why, and it's so painful that I will not doing it well the way it's supposed to be done. It's stand-up comedy. Here, the stand-up comedy market is very, very low. People are just more interested in clubbing and weddings, events. So I don't know. I've really tried my best to get it going, but the market is down. In Nigeria, it's booming. It's booming. I don't really know, but I believe with time, everything is going to fall in place.
I was about to say the same thing. You said yourself timing. So wait, you just never can tell.
Yeah.
If you had to summarize your Dubai journey in a few words, one big lesson this Dubai journey has taught you about success, what is that?
Patience. I believe I had other opportunities to do so many things, to get it easily. But I think the purpose-driven mindset in me made me to be patient, to take it step by step. So it's all about patience. I think that's what I would see for now. I've been patient enough to this stage, and I think if I'm still patient enough and more focused and hardworking, the amount of things we're going to be doing, maybe next one interview is going to be on CNN.
Come on.
I'm telling you, trust me, next one is going to be on even US, UK, or wherever. So it's patience, and that's so.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure having you, MC Policy.
Thank you so much.
I had a great time. Thank you for having us.
I appreciate it.
We're so glad to have you as well.
I'm so glad to be here. Immediately you called. You don't see the answer. Sharp.
Anyway, I think going forward, we're going to have glasses, but it's glass of water. So I want us to start doing something called Cheers to Your Success. So we're going to start with this.
Cheers.
The next one, maybe we'll pour wine.
You see the way you are so assured that I'm going to be successful. I don't know.
Cheers to your success.
Thank you so much. Cheers.
All right, guys. See you on the next.
This water looks expensive.
It is. Bye, guys.